Okay, so I made this ring band. I'm going to solder it onto a setting that's gonna have a stone. But when I do that, I like to cut out a notch in the band. So to get it the size that I wanted and the texture, I solder it closed. And you can see the seam on the inside there. And so then I'm going to, once I texture it, I cut out the notch. Now this has been extremely work hardened and I haven't annealed it. It gets work hardened from all this texturing and hammering. And usually when I make ring bands, I make them half a size smaller when I cut the blank, and then when I texture it, it stretches it up about half a size. So it's very work hardened at this point. And I wanted to show you what happens when I cut this section out. And it's a very good illustration of how work hardened this is. Okay, so I've drawn my lines to where I want to cut out the notch. All right, I'm getting close to sawing through the bottom. Move a bit closer to my bench pen. All right, now you could probably heard that pop, and you can see now there is a gap. Look at that. So there was so much tension in the ring that it was soldered closed, but I had done so much hammering once I had soldered it closed that when I finally opened it back up again, it sprang open because of all the tension. You can see how big that gap is. Let me grab my calipers and I'll show you how big exactly that gap is. Look at that. And that's not putting really any pressure to stretch it out, so you can see that stretching it out. I'm just filling the opening here. 2.47 millimeters. So if I was making this a closed ring, so this wasn't going to be soldered onto a setting and it was just going to be a textured band, I would probably want to anneal the ring after I had textured it to relax the metal a little bit, because you can see how much tension there was in that metal just from me hammering it, that once I cut that opening, it just sprang open. I just thought that was a cool illustration to show you guys. All right, that was it. Bye-bye.